Everybody, happy Wednesday. Hello, how are you guys? Oh, my water bottle's right in your way. That's okay. We're going to switch to the other camera. Waiting for the live to catch up. I see Christy and Francie. Hello, ladies. How are you? I hope you are having a great week so far. All right, now I just have to see if I'm fuzzy because I see that my screen looks fuzzy. Can you hear me today? Did I do it right? Can you hear me? Francie said hi, so I'm hoping that means you can hear me. I didn't turn my volume up this time to see. Hi, Shirley. Okay, this one's camera. Okay, yes, I see we can hear each other. Turn me up. Hello. Hi, Karen. Hi, Luann. Hi, Kate. Hi, Melissa. I see my front camera looks very fuzzy for some reason. I don't know if that's just my screen or if it's you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and switch to my other. Yeah, I don't know why that's like that. That's really weird. So I'm switching. I'm switching. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Hi, Mari. How are ya? I just switched to my other camera. This camera's better. So I don't know why it's all fuzzy. It's weird. Maybe because I'm farther away or I'm in the dark. I don't know. So I'm just waiting for it to catch up. There we go. See, look at how clear that camera is. We're just going to turn me off. We're just going to turn me off like this. We don't need me. Right? All right. You should still be able to hear me. All that good stuff. I can still see you guys. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mama. All right, guys. All right. So we're going to make some birthday cards. But the only bad news I have is that my fuse machine will not go on my screen. Up here. I can't put it up here. It doesn't reach quick. And I'm not comfortable plugging it into an extension cord because I do not have a very good extension cord. So I'm going to do a little bit of foiling and it'll have to be off camera. So I will appreciate you. I know you don't need my camera. You don't need me because I'm all fuzzy tonight for some reason, but you need me. Oh, yeah. I moved my camera all the way down tonight. This is as far as it can go. So I thought that would be better. I'm still playing with all that. Hi, Walter. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you need me. Yes, but you don't need to see me. The Walt Day has been good now. You guys, there was one little disappointing thing. I was supposed to get my new bed today. It's in Kansas. And of course, I forgot that UPS doesn't deliver on Wednesdays and Fridays. So if it doesn't get delivered tomorrow, they're not going to deliver it till Monday. And I'm very upset about that because it was supposed to be here today. Oh, I may have to drive to Dubuque and pick it up. Anyway, we're going to do some foiling. I've got a bunch of different foils here, and we're going to make some birthday cards. I've got some wild and craziness. You should not even see my table. It is a mess. Hi, Miss Penny. So I'm going to use a little bit of the foil card panels. I do have a couple of them done ahead of time, but I just didn't get a finished card to kind of show you guys. So I thought I'd just kind of peel these out. I'm working with the circus release. That was, from August, I believe, but I still have a bunch of it and I love it. Susan, it's going good. So, Kate, I'm not sleeping on the floor. I'm sleeping in a small bed. As in it's a full size bed. So that's me, Tom, and sometimes the dog. And it's not bad. It's just that I'm very conscious about how I'm sleeping so I don't kick or elbow. And then, of course, when the dog wants to sleep. So I'm just, yeah, I don't know. UPS has decided we're too small of a town, so they don't want to deliver a couple or pick up a couple days a week. So I have my fuse um, warming up, and here's somewhere I have my fuse panel. I have them all here somewhere. There it is. It's clear, so it's hard to see. So hi, Samantha. It is pretty foil. So I'm going to change it up a little bit and use some different things. This one is called the Blue Waves. Now, one thing I wanted to share with you guys is something I did this weekend. So this is the sketch. This is the silver, the purple. They come in really long sheets. But they come in long sheets. I cut mine directly in half. And then I took them out and I shoved them all in one because that's how it's going to fit in my drawer. And so they're kind of 6x6 sheets now because they come 6x12. don't know if you guys can see that. It's probably too shiny. So I cut them directly in half and now they'll fit in my thing. So I wanted to, can't hear me? Can you hear me anymore? Okay. So maybe you got to turn your volume up, Susan? Okay, I just want to make sure. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Okay. Sometimes you might have to refresh or go out and come back, see if maybe I got turned off or your volume got turned down somehow. But I wanted to show you that this is how I'm storing my foils and my flock, if they still make flock. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do one of these and see, now I have 2 sets in one. So that way I also know how much I have. So in this case, now that I have this pulled out, I'm going to go ahead and take this all out. If we go over a little bit, we go over a little bit. These might be simpler cards, but I think they're going to be, I hope they'll be fast and easy. I want to do a couple. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. I had big plans to have lots of projects ready for you guys to see and do and this weekend. And of course, it didn't work out that way. So I think I'm going to foil this one in blue and this one in rainbow glow. I'll show that to you. Actually, this one in rainbow glow. And then we'll do this one in another color. So let's get these started. So I could not find my little doohickey roller thing that I have from Brutus Monroe. So I'm just cutting my foil down a little bit, just because I like to have it closer. Now, like I said, I'm still kind of working on my setup here, so I may have to move my computer over to this side so I can see you directly in front of me. Melissa, I've seen other people, they store them in stamp pockets. I don't necessarily want to do that. And so this weekend I had this brilliant idea, because it was all sitting in this big box, to cut them in half and stick them all in together. And I didn't even take them out of the package. I used my little tonics and just put them in just right in half, and it was perfect. So, hi, Alan. How are you? So I've got the first one going through. I also want to show you, I have the rain glow here somewhere, I believe. Like I said, my desk is a disaster right now. My table here is. So I'm probably leaning in front of you. Where's the rain glow? I had it out. Of course, it's been a little crazy around here. Work's been a little crazy. Let's go over here and see if I put it away. I did. Oh, I had one. This one wasn't open. We'll just open it. This is the rain glow. This is one of my favorites. Huh. Susan, I'm not sure. If you're watching on a phone or a tablet, is it Bluetooth to anything? I promise I didn't do the whole don't let Susan listen to me tonight thing, even though she can't hear me say that. So just like my pattern paper, I always cut from the top because I can stick them in back upside down and they stay in there. All right. So I got my first one done. I sometimes run them through twice, so I'm going to do that tonight. I know that's a little boring. I apologize. I hope that's okay. But while we're waiting, I colored a bunch of items ahead of time so we could maybe throw some stuff together. I did link all of these items for the most part. I didn't get all of the foil down below. I'll finish those tomorrow because I wasn't sure what foil I'd use, but I did link all of the circus items I have out tonight in the upper part of the chat and down below. So these are from the Step Right Up. That's what I was wondering, Ellen, is maybe an earbud, maybe. I've been going through foil like it's gross. I haven't been doing a lot of foiling and I have so much, so I'm trying to foil some more. That's why this weekend I went through and put it all away and then started getting out. So I have the Step Right Up Stamp and Die bundle, and I have the Under the Big Tuck Stamp and Die bundle. This is in the inspiration box that came in July or in August, and this was an add-on. So, but I just think they're a fun set because you can make some fun birthday cards. We've got a clown and we got the stars, the balloons to celebrate. You know, just I think it'd be fun to make some. So we've got those. All right, here's the blue or the blue waves. Is that what that was? I always mess up the names. Yeah, blue waves. Now the rain glow we're going to do with the confetti. Is that what I did? Oh, did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one. All right. Well, we're gonna change it. We did the confetti with the rain glow. That's okay. Or with the blue waves. That's okay. I got extra panels. I think the fun thing about adding foil to a card is it makes it look like you spent $1 million on a card because if people don't know how it works. And when you go to buy a generic card, a lot of them have foil on them. All right, well, that one's running through. We're ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo, look at that. It's so pretty. And of course, I'll save this and use this with toner sheets. And we'll put that one away because, like I said, I totally meant to do that one with a different color. So I have a couple more done. This one was done with this deco foil. I don't know if this one's in the store. I wanted to use red, but this is as close. This is pink melon. And then here's the stars with silver sketch. And then I did one of the banners with the rain glow. And the reason I wanted to show this one, I'm just going to switch this around and run it through again, is that there is also a coordinating stencil that works with this one. Not that, you've got this, but it does, so you could do kind of a fun little ink blend if you wanted to, but this does come with that. So like if you wanted to just color in, if you don't foil, you can use this to color in your stencil or go the other direction. Okay, there we go. That works better. And then, it just works with the blue or with the black and the black outline. So, okay, I will just keep going, Susan. Hopefully you can at least watch the replay. And if you have any questions, you can always put them down below in the comments and I will check on that. All right, so we're gonna let this one dry and then I'm gonna use purple because purple is my favorite color and Jessica's favorite color, Jessica on the design team. She uses purple on everything and I don't use purple enough, even though it's my favorite color. And that one we're gonna do with these stars. I'm gonna do purple stars. So what I like about the stars one is you can do them in almost any color and then you can make birthday cards, you can make congratulation cards, you can make graduation cards, anniversary cards, all sorts of stuff, thank you cards for a coach, because they're an all-star coach, things like that. All right, we're gonna run that one through. So this is kind of the boring part of, the thing. So are you ready? This one's dry or cool now. So 1, 2, 3, go. I know you guys like that. Look at that rain glow. It's, of course, a little hard to see. I might need to move my camera to the other side of the table where I'm directly under the light, but then I'm a right-handed, so it'd be in my way. All right, so we've got that one going. And I'm just going to put the rest of these aside and we'll see. We might maybe ink blend one up, who knows. All right, got that through. So like I said, I'm just going to rotate it. This is just something I like to do. Now I have my fuse set on 4. And I'm using the Gina K Fuse carrier sheets for it. So I have used parchment paper. I've done it on 3 and 4 of the numbers I did. I tried 4 last night and that's what I wanted to. Oh, good. I'm glad you can see it. The reveal is cool. The purple sketch, I know. Ta-da for you here at my house. Okay, ta-da. Yeah, I don't do the reveals as good as I know Christopher does. All right. See, look I have all sorts of craziness planned here. So let's pull these off to the side. That's the one thing I like about my new craft room, other than the fact that if I drop something on the floor, there's so much space the dog can get to it. All right, we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna let this cool because I have little spaces everywhere so I can shove things. Now, my thoughts tonight is to do my very first card is going to be a slimline card. Now, I hadn't really planned on much more than, to be honest with you, than this. So this might be the kind of the crazy part. My thoughts are I colored this cute clown. Let's see if I can get him closer. And I just did some random colors. And I'm going to have him down below. And then these are the balloons. And I die cut a ton of the balloons out. And I thought, I'm going to color a little bit of these on camera. We're going to kind of just plop them up above. Another thing you can do with them is if you didn't want to do the balloons, is he's got the juggling pins. So I've got all these little balloons that I thought would be fun to have them like they like escaped on him. I stamped these all and die cut these all last night, Francie, because I figured it's easier to stamp and die cut them first, and I could do a little coloring, but I did do a little coloring this evening just so you wouldn't have to watch me color everything. So this is kind of my idea. And then somewhere here in my pile of stuff, I do have the Celebrate word die, which we can cut out again if I can't find it. But that's my thought. So we need to make a background for this. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use some of these, my other design, and then we'll come back to the foiling to make another fast and easy card. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Ta-da! Now I can see I had a little bit of a bubble. It does not happen that often with the fuse. So I have a little bit of black right there. That's a design opportunity, or I could just put the foil back on it and run it through again. I can see that I didn't have it flat enough, and you can kind of see the wrinkles in there, and that is user error. Okay. Yay, Susan. That's awesome. So my thoughts are I went through and grabbed the Easy Elements die set. And I grabbed some of the papers from the Circus Life paper pad. This is those papers. Trying not to shine you guys too much. And I die cut a bunch out. So I thought it'd be kind of fun if we also did a fun background like this. I think clowns can be both, Melissa. So I have, there's these same colors. We've just got them kind of here willy-nilly. I think maybe this one up there. I think we need to do the stripes on 2 different spots. And I cut all of these out of the 3 with the 3 colors. Ooh, my other blue is stuck. And I thought they would be fun to put down and around as a fun background, and then we can put our little balloons on there. So are y'all thinking that's an okay thing? I mean, we could make a very clean and simple card by just making a background, but I think that would be kind of fun to just kind of mimic these. And then I do have a crazy idea. So I want to get started on this because I have this crazy wild idea that I want to do with you guys, kind of doing the same thing, but with a different complete die set. All right, if my thing is. So I hope everyone's having a great time. I saw the spooky release is starting to ship. I know mine shipped today, or I at least got the shipment notification today. I'm the Spooky Friends. I'm super excited because I am my daughter is a Halloween freak, and I am a Halloween freak. Because her birthday isn't Halloween. And other thing I wanted to say, I know she is because yesterday she watched her very first Halloween movie of the season on October 1st. And today I saw this really cute, she has really long hair. And so I saw this really cute thing where they were doing some girl's hair and they made them into boo buns. It was really cute. I'm going to turn this one kind of sideways to make it kind of fun like this. I think I'm going to add in some more just because I think we need to cover in some spots. We're just kind of making this crazy. I think we're going to do this one. Yeah, I am. I thought it's just go wild and crazy because birthday parties are supposed to be wild and crazy. At least when I let my kids kind of have birthday parties, I let them go crazy and wild. One year I made cheap donuts. So if you buy the cheap, tube biscuits, like the ones that you used to be able to get for like 59 cents, and you deep fry them, they are the best donuts ever. And so I made them. In one year, my daughter had a sleepover, and I'm not kidding you. She had 10 girls over, and I dusted them with cinnamon sugar. I had cinnamon sugar all over my house between those girls. It was just crazy. So they were in middle school and they ate, and I just made them and they just attacked them and they just had them. So I don't know. I always tried to make my kids' birthday parties. I didn't care how big they were, but very special. Like I tried to go out. I always tried to do a theme. And that's just because that was definitely the one time a year they always had people over. I always let them have sleepovers, just because we were so busy with the rest of our lives with sports and things like that. Yeah, they look like clams. Oh, did I miss something? Those blue stripes look a little bit like clamshells. Hmm. Yeah, they do because of the way it comes in. You're right. Um, it's, I just thought it was fun. It was always, I mean, I know my kids appreciated it. I know I've got a little bit of a white space there. I'm kind of fine with it because I don't know if I want to put this other one here because I have colors. So I'm just going to kind of leave that one. Maybe that's where we'll put our sentiment. Okay, so this is how I think our card base is going to go. I'm going to keep these pieces because I don't know. I can probably make another little project with them, but they all kind of sticky on the back. So they're just going to kind of stick here. Then we have our little clown guy. And I think he needs to get popped up just because he's got to stand out a little bit. So we're going to put him down. And when we're going to have our balloons. Now I'm going to color the balloons in a variety of colors. I'm not doing any shading because they're smaller balloons. I don't think we need a lot of shading. I'm just kind of go through here and see if I can find my sentiment or if I have more balloons in case we need them. I know it's here. There it is. So I think we're going to put the celebrate right here. Okay. Thanks, thanks, thanks. And then I just grabbed a variety of Copic markers and tri-blend markers, and we're just going to go to town. Now I am going to put on my little cheaters to see this. Parkour. I know what that is, but my brain isn't thinking right now. So we're just going to randomly color some of the balloons in different colors. I don't care if I'm going to stay with the color scheme. I'm not going to necessarily go crazy with the different, adding others. All right, we got blue. So I hope everyone has gotten their stencils from Stencil Palooza or has ordered what they want. I got my last couple ordered today during the live. And then this is the dark red blend. I'm gonna go ahead and we're just going to color this. I'm not going to worry too much about the stars being a different color. Like I said, they don't have to be, every single one doesn't have to be. I'm just going to make sure that there's a few of each. So, and then, I know there was a little bit of space yet for Jessica's slumber party. So they're going to start shipping those out. That's next week. So if you want to be a part of that, you can go to Bruce Monroe Events and you can sign up for that. It's just $25. What blue Copic was that? I'm sorry. This was 24. The two I tend to use the most, it's 24 and 37 and 22, I think. I'm going to look over to my wall here. I know I have 22 somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. So maybe it's one of my dried out ones. 23. I have 23. But yeah, I like this 24. It's kind of a nice color for all that. Oh, we need a blue one here. So we're going to make this one blue and white striped. And I know these are supposed to be the same balloons, but I decided this is a very fancy circus party. They have lots and lots of balloons of different colors. You're welcome. And then Y23 is one of my favorite kind of golden yellows. And I'm going to leave the balloons black and white striped because then they kind of mimic the pattern paper that's striped. And we'll color this one yellow. not doing a lot of steps, and I'm not using a lot of consumables tonight, just because I thought it'd be fun to just kind of minimal supplies and try to make a few cards, with some of the same basic supplies. All right, so we've got that. Now I know this is out of stock, but it's coming back. This is the big roll of foam tape, and I know the squares are going to be back in stock, so you can sign up for notifications for those. We're going to pop up our images. So I'm going to go ahead and okay, take those glasses off so I can see. Rain Glow is bigger. Mari, I know Francie just joined Facebook to do the first thing. Um, yeah, we did. We made her. You don't really have to use it much, Mari. You can sign up and you don't have to. You can join the fan club group. I'll be honest with you, for the most part, the only thing I use Facebook for is my family and crafting. Oh, I know, Francie. Is so that I can, because my family lives farther away, and my mom and my sisters live 4 hours north of me, and then my brother lives on the other side of the country, and then my daughter lives on the other side of the country. So I don't do a lot of personal posting. I to be honest with you, limit my friends just because and even what I see, I really pretty much only see crafting and recipes, and then stupid things that the Facebook tells me that I should see, that, like, oh, I liked a Friends reel. So now I'm seeing a bunch of posts about the TV show Friends. Um, but you don't have to sign on. You don't have to download the app. If you have an account, then you can join for the groups, because a lot of groups do them, do their events on Facebook in their group. And then there's ways to get your downloads, if that group has downloads, or ask questions a lot easier and faster. And those private groups, in particular, the way we do it, you have to request and give us your order number before we let you in. And I don't let people in necessarily unless I know for sure, like I know you personally, like my best friend that I knew joined. I let her in the Create Your Own Ending event, but I let the office take care of them because they have everyone's orders numbers. So yeah, I like I said, I farther away from my family, so I do chat with my family. I really don't make any posts. I don't like to see a lot of posts that I don't care about. It's just about family. I only see crafting and family stuff. That's what I do. Kind of like the same thing with Instagram. I have two separate Instagram accounts, and one is my personal. I don't ever use my personal one. I just don't. I haven't used it in years, just because I don't care enough about that stuff. I have too much going on in the world to get sucked down that drain. But like I said, Facebook is it can be good and it can be bad, and I try to use it and I use it for work, of course, too. So that is the other reason I do have it. So because I run our work page. So, but I like the fact that we can do private groups, and then only the people who are members of the event can be there and comment, and you can't really get spam and other things. So, oh yeah, okay, I understand. Totally understand. All right, so I'm just adding a bunch of foam squares to the back of this card, and we're almost done with card number one, which is good because we're at 7:30 already. And then we're going to move on to a foiling card. I think I might have cut that a little too small. So, what is your favorite stencil from Stencil Palooza? And the reason I say that is because I wanted the Stencil Palooza just happened. So if you ordered stencils from Stencil Palooza, the challenge this month on the CYOE challenge, on the Brutus Monroe fan club, is stencils. Not that you have to use a Stencil Palooza stencil. Brutus Monroe has tons of stencils. There's a subscription for stencils, but I think that was kind of a great idea because we just had stencils, and people are buying them, and those that bought the whole kit and caboodle are just getting them. So I thought that would be a good way to use some of them. And to be honest with you, I have to use some of them. I haven't used all of them either. So I thought the gnome, I just got that one too. Yep, I just got the gnome too. I just ordered that one. I thought that one was really cute. So I do think I want to use this other cluster. I think we're going to put it, I don't know where I want to put it. I think we're going to put it here. No, we're going to put it up here. So I just like adding a lot of these balloons. Now, something fun you can do, I don't have that in front of me, is that you could use some shimmer mist, like pearl shimmer, pearl shimmer splash, and you could paint on these to make them sparkly. You could add a little bit of glitter glaze, which we might be able to do a little bit tonight towards the end. Hey, Tia, miss you too. The gnome was adorable. It is a lot of fun to color with stencils. I think that it's just, I mean, stencils is one of the things that drew me originally to Brutus Monroe. That was my first subscription. I just thought I mean, not that you can't use stamps and dies over and over again, but stencils have such a wide variety of uses that I started buying those. And there was one or two that were the stencil of the month that I was like, literally, as soon as I opened them, I went to my desk and started creating with. I just couldn't stop. There were some lace ones from a couple of years ago. All right, now what did I just do? I just changed my mind, didn't I? Okay, let's put this one up here. And then I think we need a red one here. And I got one more blue one. So I think it's fun with the Spence Palooza. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. I'm not gonna pretend that I didn't order quite a few. I did not order the whole kit and caboodle only because I didn't want to wait. I'm impatient. All right, so we got all those. All right, guys. So here is our first card. And this is a cute clown. He's not scary because he's far away. You don't have to get him that close. Look at this mess, you guys. So we got our first card done. All right, let's get this paper cleaned up. And let's work on one of our other cards. So we've got this one. And I've got this wild and crazy idea that I still want to do yet. But I think I want to make a circus card first, like a real circus card. And then we'll do our wild and crazy idea with this one. Okay. This circus card, I have everything already pre-cut. Yeah, exactly. I understand that. So I already got everything from the Big Top Circus pre-cut. I've got my circus tent, which is going to kind of go up here in the top. And then this is where you have some fun stuff to play with. Now, what I thought would be fun would be to add my tiger and my lion and put my little ringmaster in the middle. And then I have the little ball because he hasn't done his trick yet. So this is my thoughts. He can creep you out. It's okay to have him creep you out. So I'm going to go ahead and I think what we're going to do, because of the white border, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I have a friend who collects creepy clown dolls. She actually just lives up the street from me here. And I've seen pictures of them, but I don't ever want to go and see them in person. So now I will not lie. I am not a horror movie, not necessarily Halloween, but I'm not a horror movie fan. I can watch a little bit of them. These would be fun. You could just keep these for this little tiny, but I'm throwing them away. I'm being a good girl. I don't watch scary movies. I can't. I can do them on TV a little bit, but I'm not going to put this down yet, but this is why I wanted to do this little white border, because I thought then that kind of ties into this border. Lions and tigers and bear. Oh my. I can watch them on TV because usually they take the really scary parts out. Or the funny thing is that I'm just too good-hearted. I don't like seeing people get hurt. I mean, I've done the whole zombie famous TV show that's on TV, and when they would get gross and somebody would get taken by the masses or somebody, I always have to close my eyes. Or, if I'm watching an action movie or a mob movie and the bad guy's doing something, I gotta close my eyes. I can't watch. I'm just too kind-hearted. So I'm gonna glue my circus light down. Now, obviously these cards would take a little longer if we were going to color them all in. At my best friend's house growing up, and a little bit, I mean, just a little bit. I don't mind suspense ones, but yeah, no, I'm a scaredy cat. And I will tell you, yeah, no, I can't. And I'll tell you, oh, I saw a blip. Sorry. Okay, hold on. I see a blip, and I want to make sure it gets cut up. Yep, I'm back. I promise. I know it's going to take a minute to catch up. There, I see it. Yep. Sorry, guys. We're working on that. I'm going to get another, I think we're going to get another access point up here, and we just haven't had a chance to do that. Life has been kind of crazy. So, what if you layered celebrate over one of the cut background papers? I think it would stand up really well. Oh, this one? I can I can do that. Yeah, it would do that too. Yep, it would. We could do that. I can try to peel it off and we can switch it. Let's see. I know it probably would. I should have probably put a balloon there. I'm looking for more foam tape just to use up what I had. Yep, I'm back. I saw it go. I did see it go. So thank you for bearing with me, you guys. It's just a little blip. I mean, I promise as soon as I see it go, I kind of stop and just chat a little bit. Yeah. So I have this, the reason I don't like horror movies is when I was a little girl. Oh, my littlest sister was little enough to be able to be carried on my cousin's shoulders. So I can tell you that. We went to the Minnesota State Fair, and we went in the haunted house. And this was like a professional haunted house. I'd never been in one before. And, this is a family friendly place. So, didn't think anything of it. I just thought it'd be fun. We walked in, the very first scene was from the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacres, and they had chainsaws. Of course, not, I'm too little to not know that they don't have chains on them. And they came forward, and I screamed, and I was like, get me out. Get me out. And they would not let me leave the haunted house. I mean, I am screaming, and all the famous people are there. And I remember there was one part where there was these guys dressed up like werewolves and they were behind a jail. And my cousin was, boxing them. Or no, my uncle had my sister, I think, on his shoulders. And my cousin that went with us, and I'm like, don't do that. They're going to kill you. And he, because I didn't know any better. I mean, these were professionals. So the makeup was amazing. And we got at the very end, and it was a Dracula scene. And as I walked in, Dracula was right there he went like this with his hand, and his fake fingernails touched the side of my face, and I could see the entrance, and I screamed and ran and got out of there, and I had nightmares for weeks. And then, of course, not too long later, my next door neighbors were watching a very famous sleep movie about this guy that comes in your dreams, and I saw part of it, and I was terrified. So yeah, I'm no more longer a horror movie. Now my daughter, the horror the better. So yeah, it's okay. Funny thing is my daughter's senior year went back to this Minnesota State Fair for the first time in years, and she wanted to go in the haunted house. And my cousin came specifically to go with her in that haunted house. I regret not going with her. I'm an adult, so I know I could have handled it, but I really regret not going in there with her. And she had so much fun, and I was just like, yeah. So here's our card. I wanted to I popped up the ball, I popped up the lion, and I popped up the lion tamer or the ringmaster. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on our card base. This is a quick, fast one. Once you get your coloring done, I'm actually going to flip this over. And then for my sentiment, I have this. Oh, it's okay. I mean, like I said, I don't watch horror movies anymore. I just I flip through them. I've seen some on TV and I've watched a few, but they're not something I'm going to watch very often. So, not suspense, just horror. And then I did have a roaring good time. I thought that was really fun because, oops, this is, you know, they roar. All right, let's see if we can fix this a little bit. I didn't push these down too much. We're going to do a little bit of rearranging. And then we might have to just get some gems out. Just carefully peel these off. We're going to carefully peel this one off. We're going to take Susan's suggestion. I might have to use a little bit of liquid glue to reattach some of the foam tape, but I didn't push really hard and they just kind of put there. So we're going to try it. We're going to just move it over to the other side. Okay. So thank you. All right. Now my last idea is going to be a little crazy, but I thought outside the bunch. Okay, there we go. It's going to pop that way. I'm going to pull this guy up too. So we got a little bit of glue here, and this is just foam tape. I'm just going to use my finger. It pops right off. Add a little bit of glue to the back of our foam tape, just in case I peel a little bit of the extra sticky off. And we'll put that right here, which will be kind of better spot for it anyway. So great suggestion. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mari, I saw that. I've seen that actually, and I can understand that from like maybe that point of view. It's actually not too bad. I mean, I've watched it grow later on in life, but it's yeah. All right. So, and we're gonna move this one down just a hair. All right, so we moved that. That looks better. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, the Francie that I put these off to the side. We're gonna use this background. Now, it's gonna be a little wild because I'm gonna grab just some scraps, if you guys don't mind. Um, because we got a rainbow color, I'm just gonna grab some paper. I think this is the spice. This is a background I made last week. I'm just gonna kind of grab a few pieces of paper. This is the wildness here. We're gonna grab my little die cut machine. Let me grab a couple other cardstocks here. Here's a piece of blue, looks like C. I'm gonna grab some holly. Had some orange, right? Okay. And we better grab a green. Okay. So I just grabbed some random colors. I think this is gonna be kind of fun. Oh, Francie, it's a movie. This was a freebie I got last year at something. I don't remember when, right around maybe Thanksgiving or something. So we're going to use that. Now, bear with me in my craziness. I was grabbing some dies to see what we could do to have some fun. This is our background. We're making a birthday card, right? We're going to make the cute cactuses into balloons. Okay? I think they're going to be fun. So I don't even know. This, to be honest with you, is a piece of blue cardstock that I just found on my table. So we're going to grab them because I think that they just look like they're the right size for balloons. So we're going to cut a couple different ones out and we're going to add some things. Now, if you got the Halloween box last year, there is a balloon set in there and it has strings. I think they sold the last one out not too long ago. So I'm not going to use that tonight, but I want to suggest that if you got the Halloween box last year, it had balloons in it. Yes, it was. Was it in the anniversary? No, this was a die of the month. The one that was in the anniversary box it wasn't the anniversary. It was in the Halloween box last year. It had balloon. It had Halloween balloons and stuff. There might have been balloons in it because the I know the birthday box always has some things like that, but I just thought this would be really fun because they kind of look like, I mean, doesn't that look like a balloon? Yeah, self-popping balloons. So I'm just going to grab a few different colors here and there. I mean, we don't have to use all of them, but I think that, you know, we're going to skip out the other piece. You could totally put the faces on these balloons if you wanted to, but I thought it would just be fun to grab a few and make a little balloon bouquet. So, and this came to me literally minutes before I went live. So I'm going to try to get some of each color, and then we'll kind of figure out how to put them together here. And then one of the sentiments says happy birthday in the big sentiment set. So that's why I thought it would be fun. So we got to get a big round balloon in here. Oh no, this is not glitter stock. This is the embossing powder of the month from last month. And I used it and I had a piece left over. So oh, this string was in the anniversary box? Okay. Okay, thank you. That's what you mean. Yes, it was in the goodie bag. See, I forgot. I mean, because I know there was some fun Stamper's Journey that came, and I just grabbed some black string. I was gonna make strings and I thought, oh, I think I found that black string that was sitting on my table. And these are gonna have little humps in them and stuff, but I think that's just fun. All right, let's grab some red, and we need some green, and then we don't have any purple fold. But you guys don't mind. We're doing okay on time. I think we got to do one big red balloon. In my opinion, you have to have a red balloon. So I was just, like I said, thought this would be. Oh, thank you, Ellen. I don't know why. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with for my background for my clown card, because I knew I wanted to do all those balloons and that in a slimline, but I didn't know. It was just kind of plain, and I didn't know what I wanted to do for a background. So I went over to look through my dies quick and said, what can I use that I know you can, like, I don't want to use something you can't buy. So I'm using cabbage. I've got holly. So like I said, this was the glistening leaves embossing powder. And this was aqua pigment paper that I did with bumblebee and tangerine orange chroma mists. And then this is just a piece of blue paper that was on my table. I think we'll do this one. We'll do a couple small ones. And then I saw it and thought this would be fun for a fun card. Actually, we're even going to use this guy. I mean, I literally came up with it at the last second. And I thought, oh my gosh, how fun. Okay, everything's moving around on me because, of course, I'm trying to hurry. Speaking of horror movies, what, Francie? What about horror movies? Balloons? I mean, you could totally use one of these to make a horror movie. You could make this into a big red balloon with just string off the bottom, and you wouldn't need anything else, and everyone would know. Now, I will tell you guys, this is kind of something kind of funny. In Gothenburg here, for the last few years, the night before Halloween, somebody has been running around and literally tying little red balloons to all of the a bunch of gutters in town. It's so fun because I always take a picture and send them to my daughter. All right, we're gonna grab some purple. We're gonna get the aubergine, which is my favorite purple. I think we better have one more of those funky, fun purple balloons here. And then we're gonna start putting them together and see where we got. Yeah. The red balloon. Well, I figured you gotta have one big red balloon because you got 99 red balloons. And then I think, we've got the red balloon in horror movies, of course. And then isn't there something about a little boy that chases one little red balloon or something through? Or is that maybe that's the music video about 99 red balloons? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna throw these back on our little die sheet here so I don't lose them. do, 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 do. Okay. Like I said, you could totally put the faces on these balloons to make them even cute for a kid's party. But again, you could use make these into balloons for a coach's party. Think we need something though. I don't know. Nope, we're not. Okay, we're just gonna start kind of piling them together. I don't know. I feel like we need to have that red balloon in here. Maybe we won't do the big orange one. We'll do the big red one. He can hide kind of in the middle. I'm gonna do that. We'll have this guy up in here. I've got another little orange, yellow one here. We're just gonna kind of stick them all in. Sorry, I stopped talking. Ah, I knew there. Yes, that's the movie I'm thinking of. Thank you. I have seen that. I have seen that. Okay, I think we need this red one. And now there are not a lot of circular ones. I mean, so you could totally grab some circles and add them too. But, you know, I mean, you could make them different directions, things like that. I think we're kind of going towards, we might add, oh, we got to add in more blue one. Okay, so this is kind of my idea. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this. Yeah, lift balloons. Yes, yes, yes. Don't make me sing anymore. You don't want to hear me sing. I'm going to take some of this Post-it note tape and kind of just, this is just some old rainbow, Brutus Monroe rainbow Post-it note tape. Any Post-it note low tack tape would work. Of course, I lost the end. Now, we got to get something because we got to add some gems too. All right, I lost the end here. So we're going to grab some low tack tape. I don't have any press and seal handy. I know it's up here. I just don't know where it is right now. That would be the ideal situation. And I've got one more piece right here. We're just going to stick that together, stick it on here like this. There we go. And then we're going to put it upside down and we're just going to start adding some pieces of tape to it and some strings. Okay? I know press and seal does work great. I just don't know where I put it. It's here in my craft room, but you know me, I don't know where it is. And I didn't think about it before we started, otherwise I would have found it because it's here. That's the only thing I use it for. I don't use it in the house. All right, now if we can find the end of our string, but I'm one of those impatient people that if I can't find the end, I just cut an end, which is what I think I'm going to do. And then I might have two ends, but that's fine. All right. So there's part of an end. We're just going to pull a bunch of the string off and we're going to start taping it on. Okay. Oh, I don't like that big section right there, whatever that is. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to cut a few pieces off. Now, of course, I don't have any Scotch tape handy either right now, which is fine. I have a bunch of yellow tape from die cutting, all these little images out. And we're just going to, that's probably not the right one for right there. That one right there. And we're just going to start taping them down. Thank you. Oh, Linda, thank you. I have been doing this a long time. I hope to get back into scrapbooking a little bit. Sarah Scraps has kind of got me back into scrapbooking a little bit. I also knew that once I got back into when I got into my craft room here, I would probably want to do more. I have more space. Not necessarily to do lives. I probably might do a video scrapbooking here and there. But I'm excited to craft. You know, I have this new big open space. All right, we're just going to cut a few more pieces. And I don't know. I've been doing it a while and I love it. And I appreciate being on the team so much. And we have a great team. And so that always makes it more fun. And I love to interact with you guys and try to come up with something crazy and wild. And sometimes I feel like that is the best way to be creative is to just go for it. And like I said, I had my one card all planned out last night. And then I was sitting there going, well, I think we're going to have enough time to do more than one, but I don't know how much time we're going to have in general. So if I had my Scotch tape handy, I would have probably Scotch taped all of these down just because that is a little bit faster. But I have all this purple tape left over. So I try to come up with cards that, you know, you guys want to either recreate or do something similar or just to showcase what we have, what there can be used for. Sorry, I'm trying to get my strings all lined up here. We're getting close to having enough. And just, I think it's fun to sometimes figure out a different way to use some of the products we have. Or, like I said, you know, the stuff is still in stock. So, you know, if it's something you haven't done before, I'm like, this makes the perfect birthday cards. And yet it also does, it makes cute little cactuses. And I'm sure there's other things you could think of to do use them with and stuff. So, you know, I think it's fun. And these die sets from Brutus Monroe are just, there's so many pieces. And I love the buildable version of them. And I think we need 2 more for sure. Maybe 3 more. Let's see, cut this one down, cut this one down. And then I don't know, it's fun. So I appreciate it. This is the way I used to read a ton. I don't read as much anymore, mostly because when I want to craft, that's what I want to do. I want to craft. I think it's because I like to craft and watch TV. Cacti balloons, yes. Yes, cacti balloons. All right. And that one does have a, see, it doesn't matter if they don't line up perfectly because they're all going to be captured together. So we're going to do that. I'm going to add that one there. Oops, we're going to be able to see that yellow piece. So we're going to fix that. And sorry, it was concentrating here a little bit. All right, so we've got all our balloons. We've got all of our strings. We're going to go ahead and start gluing this down. I think we're going to pop it up. I think that's going to be the best way to do this because it's going to give it even more lift. I'm going to go ahead and just start cutting and taping, and it's also going to give keep our strings a little bit in case this, you know, my yellow tape there doesn't want to stick. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got that, we got that. Okay, we need a little bit. Oh, there's a small piece here. Well, Ellen, that makes me happy. Like I said, when I get ready for bed every night, 99.9%, I put YouTube on and I watch some, I have my favorites that I watch in the evenings. And it's partly because they're ones this sounds gonna sound horrible. I watch and as I fall asleep. And it's not because they're bad creators or anything like that. I just think they're very soothing and I love listening to them. Now, there are times when I wake up and I'm so sad that it went on to a new video and I missed it and I have to rewatch it. But I like to watch at night. It just winds me down and it gets me thinking about it. And that's what sometimes these lives do too, is that they make me think about our products and our stash and use it in different ways. Okay, now we're gonna peel these off. Now this should be fine, but I am always err on the side of caution. So I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid glue too, because we are putting this on top of foil. It should be just fine, but you never know. And I mean, I know cards aren't gonna be made to last forever. I'm never gonna know if I send you a card in the mail if you keep it or you throw it away. I mean, it made me joy to make it. It made me joy to send. That's, you know, I mean, I've obviously gone, you know, my mom, my dad have had tons. Tom's mom has kept cards, you know, and displayed them. And you know, and of course it's like, but it's also, you don't, I understand. We can't keep everything forever. So, All right. So now I don't think this tying, adding that little tiny, let's get him back in here. He's supposed to be right there. I also thought about putting we'll put him back in when I get done. Oh, my balloons are falling. Okay, we got 2 balloons that fell off. We got to figure out where those went. Putting a little clown guy down there too. I thought that would be fun. But I decided I wanted my balloons to be the star of my show. And, we used some chroma mists, we used some embossing powder, we used some plain cardstock. So what we're going to do, and of course, because they fell off, we're going to use a little bit of liquid glue and just kind of attach them back where they belong. Because that stick, I should have used the foam tape to start. Is what you can do when you get this far and you're on the front cover and you're not sure, go in with your little bit of glue and just stick a little glue where they overlap. And they won't fall off. Okay. So that is what we're doing here. Adding a little bit glue here and there just to make sure they don't fall. Okay. So there is our main part of our card. I know we have extra balloons. We got, oh, look at this mess. Let's get this off to the side. Now, what I think we're going to do is I'm going to take one more piece of this black string. Yeah, it is. I know. And I can say that, saying that anymore, going through that, with what the summer was like and having to, well, first of all, it's been 3 years ago this past weekend that we moved my mom and my dad from their house to where my mom is currently living now. Which I can't believe that seems like forever ago. It does not seem like it's. So I'm just going to tie that with a little piece of string. And then we're going to go in and we're just going to trim them off. I'm going to trim that little piece off there. So we've got this. So it kind of looks like all of our balloons are there. And then what to do this and make this kind of even better, we're going to put our sentiment right here. Is that, you can't keep everything. You just can't. We could try, but it just doesn't work. So I know we did a lot of foiling and I didn't use them all tonight. But I thought at least I'd show you part of what I wanted to do. I'm looking for a piece of scratch white piece of not Jemamas. And then, like I said, there's this wonderful sentiment, happy birthday sentiment from the Under the Big Top stamp set. So yes, you could put a house. You could put a house. If you used all the little tiny ones, these little tiny ones that are this size, okay, so this one, and you cut a bunch of those out, you could use the houses from the Snow Globe set and make an Up card all the way. And Up is one of my mom's favorite movies because it reminds my mom of her dad and my son, because my son is an Eagle Scout, and then my dad looked just like the older guy. Carl, is that his name? He wasn't as grumpy. He wasn't grumpy like Carl was at the beginning, but he looks kind of like my grandpa is Hispanic. So and Native American. So he is obviously not got the whitest white hair. He had salt and pepper hair and things, but he looked just like that guy with his short nose and he was short and my grandpa, when my son knew him towards the end, he was walking with, he needed some help walking a little bit. He was a little more off his feet. So yeah. Did we say that at the same time, Melissa? Oh, thank you. I think it's fun and it's a fun way to add. I'm going to add this up just a little bit. See if this is the right amount. Oh, that's too much. All right. We're going to cut that down just a hair. Trying to make a little bit thicker. I think do I want it a little bit thicker? I do. And then I think we're going to add just a little bit, because this is kind of plain. We're going to add just a little bit of color to this. And I'm just going to grab, I don't know, we're going to grab blue. I'm just going to add whatever colors on my brush here. I guess I don't have enough on here. Let's grab my clear skies. I just want to add a little color to the edges. I promise I'm going to get my craft room even better organized, you guys. Add a little bit of blue just to the edges so it'll pop off a little bit more. Oh, good. Well, great minds think alike, right? I guess I was thinking, because I know you used the snow globe die set not too long ago on something. I don't remember if it was something you posted or if it was something for design team in our app. But that's what reminded me of it. And I actually thought about grabbing that tonight and using that. And then we are going to pop this up with some foam tape as well. Let's see. Look at this mess of stuff, you guys. Look at that. What a mess. Let's get the glue on. Francie, I didn't forget you. You got your goggles handy, right? We're going to add a little bit of bling just at the end. I know we're going over here a little bit, but we're almost done. We got to add a little bit more bling. We're going to add a little bit of foam tape to each side. And that will help keep our bow kind of, our little strings right in the center. So just added some foam tape. Of course, it's not cooperating here. And we're gonna just see, I left that little bit of space right here. That's gonna sandwich our balloon strings right there. And then I'll pop this on a card base a little bit later, and we've got that. So let's get some bling out here quick. So get your goggles on. I think I'm gonna add bling to this one. And I'm gonna grab the crystal. Let's see if I can. Yep. Because it's not a Candy Live if I don't poke Francie. So I got my thing. All right, she's ready. Ah, that's right. It was on your truck card. Yep, I thought that's right. I remember that. So we're just gonna add, I'm gonna add a few around my sentiment here. And I'm gonna add a few up here by my, and a few little maybe right here. Can't promise we're gonna add them anymore. Here we go. I grabbed that one weirdly. And I'm really close, so you're probably really getting poked tonight. Is that one upside down? I cannot see tonight, you guys. It is. All right, we'll put that off to the side. I'll wipe that off with glue later. I have to figure out a different lighting situation over at my desk. I need more hours in the day. I got home, had dinner, and of course, my puppy whined and whined and whined, so he had to go for a little walk. And then I did a few things. Okay, so we got this card. I'm gonna set that off. I am gonna add some bling to the rest. We gotta. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add them to the top of each one of my tent here. There's one here. And then I wanted to add one. Where did I think I was gonna add one to? Actually, we're gonna put a few on the ball. That's gonna be quite a few. Hope that's okay with you guys. So put one on the tent because we need to, bring people to the circus. And bright lights and sparkliness. You always, what's that over there? And then we're gonna add a few to the ball, and we're gonna pretend that it's not gonna hurt the lion. We're just, because this is make-believe. He's not gonna step on these. It's not gonna hurt him because I'm an animal lover. Awesome. Oh, and we got to move this one down just a hair. There we go. Awesome. And then we do need a few on our balloon thingy too. Yeah, I stretched it good, didn't I? We'll add a few to our sparkly balloons. There's 3 here. We'll add one here. We'll add one up here. And I made it. I went special to the Pokey Tool stretchy, and it's not a Pokey Tool. The Jewel Picker stretchy store tonight specifically to make sure I stretched it even tighter. Nah, it's actually because the camera's closer. Ha ha ha. All right, you guys. I think that's good. I don't know. Do we need to add a couple more? Let's add a couple more. Let's go crazy. We're going to add one to every single one. This little guy don't get one because he's hiding in the corner. But, you know, parties, celebration, celebrate your life. Now, I found if you just shake your little lid is what I've been using recently, just because my desk is a mess and I have all my little gem holders in another section in the craft room, that if you just shake it gently, they will turn upside down so that you can, you know, you don't have to turn them and try to fight with them. So, yeah, I promise it's not. It's the same length, but it just, woo! That was my finger. Good night, Christy. All right, you guys. Well, that is it for me tonight. It is, I'm glad my wild and crazy card worked well. And we made 3 cards tonight, a little bit over an hour and 10 minutes. And that's because we foiled for so long. If I hadn't foiled for so long, we probably would have made it probably right on time. So thank you guys for joining me. And I know I'm fuzzy, so I don't know if I turn my camera back on. So we're going to try. We're going to try. Turn my camera back on. Let's see if I'm fuzzy. Oh, I don't know if I'm fuzzy anymore. My screen looks like I'm normal. I don't know what my TV is going to say. But I want to thank you guys all so night for being here and joining me. And you guys have a great rest of your week. And don't forget to create something every day. And check out the circus release that was from September or from August that's still available, and make some fun birthday cards. So we'll talk to you later. Oh, I am fuzzy. Oh, well. I don't know.